The AFL making the 16th team. They're playing first day. Plenty of hype about the game. Well, firstly, let's take a look at some highlights of the first three quarters. Commentators Peter Landy, Dennis Cometti and Don Scott.
What is it, centre-half back, still going. Chisholm, his first possession, lobs it over the top. Edwards, who goes again. Allen has been inspired so far. He's on the wing. He kicks down towards the 50. Nobody at home. Campbell showed a lot of courage. Coming up to meet him was Bell. Miranda lost it. Coming through is Abraham. He keeps it in front. They've got the numbers around the ball here. Abraham across to Ridley. Open goal beckons and he gets it.
The second.
He plays on the big man. Little chip pass towards the middle. Naish on his chest alongside the centre circle. Sign suddenly not that good for the Dockers. Naish inside the 50. Rogers had it fisted away. Well done by Mann. Falls to Broderick. Hurried snap. How will it bounce? Good enough. Goal. Paul Broderick.
Too far out to score. Here's Bell. A real goal sneak. Kellaway again. Now Ridley. Oh. Banana kick goes at goal. That looks pretty good. I think he's kicked it. He has. Great goal. The Dockers have the numbers, but the rebound goes the Tigers' way. This is Gale. Gale in towards full forward. Marking contest again. Richardson behind. A fresh air shot. Still he goes. The tackle is by Mann. Now a goal. Daffy.
Contest about 5 metres out. Ridley was up through his fingertips. Burrows behind. Easy goal.
So this was the position to three-quarter time. The Tigers having a pretty handy lead of 24 points, but the Dockers opened well and led at quarter time. But at the last change, it's 10-15-75 to Fremantle 7-9-51. Well, what a place to pick it up. At the start of the last quarter for the Dockers playing their first game in the AFL, it's straight back to the MCG for the opening bounce of the last term.
Start of the final term of the MCG. The Dockers, in their first outing, have been competitive. They'll need something special from here, though. Deere and Burton, interesting duel all day. This is Kickett at the base of the pack. Brilliantly smothered. It ricochets out towards Maxfield. Hurried kick, gained about 10 metres. Edwards now an opportunity. On his own half back line, across to O'Reilly. Strong tackle almost got him down. Norwich going nowhere. Daffy has the ball, but it's going to be a free kick to Norwich. Taken high, said the umpire. Dockers a bit lucky there. Norwich out of defence towards midfield. A couple of players had to wait. Abraham, Kickett came across, but he couldn't hang on. Campbell comes away and kicks inside the 50. This is Daffy, about 40 metres from goal. Spots Richardson out of the corner of his eye. Bad luck for the Tigers. It bounces out of bounds in the pocket. Now, that's what we call great vision. Almost impossible to see him, but somehow may have heard the call, but the kick not quite there.
Boundary throw in. 15 metres from the behind post. Burton educatedly goes for the boundary line. Finds Norwich. Oh, it's a long looping hand pass, almost a hospital job to Mann, who did well. Not too many options on for him. Campbell, well, speaking of vision, that was just as good. And he's plucked out Rogers, maybe just a little bit too far out from goal. Realising this, Rogers spots a man on his own in a better position. Gets dragged down as Bond. Probably just about as far out from goal, though. Best and fairest for the Tigers last year. Chris Bond, only 17 career goals, which might surprise from his 55 matches. First played in 1990. Burton in the goal square, some height there to go with Deere. O'Reilly certainly had his work cut out this afternoon. One-on-one duel.
Well done, Gale.
Man in front has it punched away. Leach overruns the ball. Rogers takes the hand pass from Naish over the head of Burton, if that's possible. Bounce. Well, the big fellow's away. He did well in the first quarter, and so too did his skipper, Allen. And that was when Fremantle played its best football. Deere lopes after it. As Jack Dyer would have said, like a Gippsland triantelope.
Wasn't that a good kick?
To centre wing. Deere and Burton. Burton won that one. Tried to find Leach. Broderick over the top of his opponent. Kick away comes from, I think it was Maxfield. Nation Norwich. and both content to let the ball just go over the boundary line, where we will see it thrown in just on the attacking side of half forward for Richmond.
Burton in front, directs it down. Waters camped over the ball, in trouble. Allen going nowhere, jarred loose. Naish yet to kick a goal this afternoon. Hand passes towards the middle. Not much percentage in that. Chisholm did brilliantly, put Rogers down. Lost the ball though eventually. It came across to Knights. Now Campbell on his knees. Rogers. Knights has got it right on the 50, falling to the ground. Not a bad hand pass to Daffy. And Daffy's snap is good. That's his third.
Very happy Nick Daffy. 3 goals, a good effort. Richmond just more or less going through the motions. The game really has deteriorated since the first quarter. A lot of mucking around with the ball, as it is in the case there, very indirect towards goal, but then finally gets to Daffy after a series of hand passes. And his third.
5 goals the difference now. Daffy, the leading goal scorer for Richmond this afternoon. He has 3. And why wouldn't Daffy be happy, as you said, Don? The Dockers need something. It's got to happen quickly for them. O'Reilly. Wigney. Well, he hasn't really
I
done
don't
too
think
much
he's made a
wrong.
mistake. I was just going to say exactly the same, Peter. He's gone out of the game a bit, but boy, he hasn't made a mistake to my knowledge.
Certainly a good duel with Burrows. Richardson got what he should have taken. Knights farms it out well. Broderick,
Well done.
good smother by Ben Allen. Now Waters, who's been a little bit disappointing
Allen
today.
after that smother.
Kick it onto Burton. Burton from midfield. Good hand pass back to kick it. Nice evasive work by the 5-club player. Down he goes towards half forward. Edwards has a shot at goal. 35 metres out. Great goal. Edwards gets his first. And one of the best passages of play for the day from the Dockers. 11-15 to 8-9.
Start on the back half of the square by Ben Allen when he smothered the ball. Hurt himself too, Allen. And kick it. Had plenty of time. He was in 2 minds as to what to do. Then finally went short to Edwards. And Edwards, who's played over 100 games in the waffle, his first.
Brendan Gale off the ground. That's bad news for the Tigers. How it comes on.
What is it, a back problem?
Not sure. Russell will check it out for us. Meantime, back in the middle, Broderick emerges with the ball. His 21st possession, floating it down towards half forward. Naish comes up, juggled attempt at the mark, not paid, bit tough. Kick it comes away. Kick it towards the outer side, actually stops and gives the ball to Waters. Now Waters around the outer side has had a bounce. He kicks inside the 50. The Dockers keep on coming. They're pesky. But ground level Bell, Miranda knocks it away.
It's a sign of a good player what Kicker did on that occasion. He can sum up a situation. He did that before too. Plenty of time to do what he wants to do with the ball. That looks like a bit of a back problem to Gale.
See, Gerard Healy could tell us exactly. Off hands, it falls forward. Socket off the ground by Dia. Still he goes, the big lumberer, and the ball goes out of bounds. He's a willing worker.
But we mightn't understand it, Dennis, anyway.
Yeah, but you feel better. Let's go down to Russell. He may be able to explain this. Russ?
Dan, Brendan Gale's just got a cork. He's just getting a bit of treatment on the boundary line at the moment, but I think he'll be all right. He's in a bit of pain, but corkies, they don't tickle, mate.
We could have all got that, as it turns out. Allen's over the ball, crashing his way through as Broderick. Down went Bond, taken by Ridley, lost it in the tackle. Bond floats it towards midfield. Burton, a player of great promise. There's no question about that. Allen is down and hurt once more. Meantime, Chisholm kicks inside the 50.
To Ridley.
In front down there, Campbell. Good shepherd too. Strong shepherd from free. Campbell put it out of bounds on the full.
Okay, to take the free kick.
And there's Allen. That's from that smother before on Broderick, which resulted in a goal to Edwards.
He's gone in short, and that's okay. He's found Gilbert.
I think he copped another one since, Don.
Gilbert moved up to the forward line, obviously. Played most of the day in defence. Ridley, who's been quite good. His marking has been excellent. He's their leading goal kicker with 3. Peter Bell's got 2, and he got both of those in the first quarter.
They're sticking, aren't they?
They're sticking, but they need a bit more up forward, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Delaney coming on for the Dockers as Ridley lines up.
Not too quite sure why Delaney went off. One of their best with 17 possessions. Ridley, acute angle. Not a bad sort of a kick. just off target, off the hands of the pack. A little bit of a wrestle in the goal square. Burrows and Wigney obviously don't like each other's aftershave, and one behind. The end result, though, of the kick.
I would say that Wigney could represent Victoria as a centre-half back once again if he continues in this form.
Well, he's given a free kick away, Wigney.
On umpire.
But you would have to say, Dennis, Don,
Ridiculous.
that was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, wasn't it?
Ridiculous.
No doubt. They're not popular, these umpires.
Sorry?
I say they're not popular, are they?
Oh.
So Burrows gets the kick, and Burrows gets the goal.
Or does he?
No, he doesn't. Well, the goal umpire stood rock solid, statuesque, if you like.
Oh, come on.
Umpire Russo having a few words to both of them.
Well, I'd go and bump him again, Don. You never know. You might get another
It's
one.
unbelievable. It really is unbelievable.
Kellaway kicks it around the outer side. Campbell, terrific grab. Not paid? Yes, it is paid.
And there was a heavier bump by Deere on Burrows in the centre square, and they didn't pay that.
Well, Campbell's got the footy on the outer side. 11:15 plays, 8:11. There goes the kick from Campbell down towards half forward. The big man in from the side.
He's quick, isn't he?
Yeah, Burton's terrific. He kicks it down towards half forward. Coming at the ball hard is Broderick. Watch his hands. He's so slick with the hand pass. There he goes again over the top. Howard away, sent into space. Howard alongside the centre circle. Boots it towards half forward. Guess who? Burton. Seen as a project when he was with the West Coast Eagles, but they didn't go on with it. Not a good kick in short. Showed a lot of the ball to the Tigers. This is Naish, about 65 metres out. Chip pass. Maxfield, left-footed player, sends it long towards the kick-off line. Taylor made down there for Richardson. In from the side. Rogers claimed the mark. Play on's the call. Norris comes away. Gets it out to Waters.
Scotty Waters, who's had 2 stints on the bench. Kick it. Does well. Edwards running with him down to Delaney, who started this last quarter on the bench. Got a nice old heave-ho. Tackle applied by Knights. Out to Edwards. And a little chip down towards Tony Free.
He'll be happy with his performance today. He hasn't had too many runs this year because of his broken jaw.
How can that be play on?
Good question. Edwards and Knights. Knights nearly. Naish. Umpire paying advantage. Must have been a free plucked out. Maxfield. Long hand pass. Not really to the
No, it was very
advantage of the
ambitious,
size.
wasn't it, Peter, that hand pass?
Naish just couldn't pick that one up.
Would have been better to kick the ball instead of hand passing on that occasion.
So boundary throw in with 12.5 minutes left in the match. 81-59. And as we expected today, the Dockers certainly competitive, but they just haven't quite the physical strength to go with the Tigers. This is Ridley. He's off. He's caught. That's holding the walls.
Well done, Howard.
Johnny Howard to take the free kick. He'll be keen to get into the action. Howard of left half back. Would have watched on interestedly the performance of Wigney. Deere in front. Couldn't take the mark. Shuffles it forward. Now Burton takes it from Ben Allen. Good long kick. Groon, yes, great mark.
Wasn't that great by Burton through the middle, Don?
So he's got great reflexes. He's quick in the brain, and he can sum up a situation. And I think that man is only going to get better as the season goes on, Burton, because he does deliver the ball very, very well for a big fellow. Groom in front, too big for Callaway.
And his third kick, Chris Groom. Now, what is that goal umpire going to say this time? 1 goal.
The on 15, 9-11, still plenty of time. Burton goes up, whistle, centre square infringement. Docker free. Allen's got it. 24th possession. Former Hawk star, not a good kick. Howard gets on the end of it, plays on. Free's got it across half back, comes towards the wing. Docker's there in number. Strong mark in front, held by Chisholm.
3-1 on that situation. Docker's favour.
No club has trained longer than the Dockers. They've been hard at it since, I suppose, 3/4 of the way through last season. The ball on the outer side. Will that stand them in good stead here? Edwards back to Waters, about 60 metres from goal. Feeds it back towards support and Edwards. Edwards, the man who initiated that, hooks it around the corner. But Knights goes back and takes the mark.
He's got to work, Knights. He's got to work. That is a good mark.
He's in the back pocket. Hasn't seen a lot of the ball today.
He's picking up Dale Kickett at the start of this last quarter.
Dockers have the numbers. Chisholm got in front, should have taken the mark. Free kick going to the Dockers. Holding decision. And Chisholm is going to take it. Or was it going to be O'Reilly? No, I was right. Chisholm. Centre wing. To kick it. Might be just a little too far out as well. Well, he's got onto that one. That's a boomer. Accuracy wasn't there, though. It's out of bounds on the full. And it will be a free kick to Richmond. Probably Gale will take it in the back pocket. And that is going to be the case. Just over 10 minutes left. Michael Gale coming in for kick number 5. Right next to the behind post. Hugs the boundary line with the kick. Burton in front. Deer behind. Edwards will be more than content to take it over the boundary line. He succeeds in doing that for a throw-in. Scoreboard 11-15-81. Richmond, Fremantle 9-11-65. Deer and Burton go at it again. Now a chance for Waters. Underground hand pass onto Bell. A little chip down towards half forward. He's found Gale doing some of his best work in the final quarter.
That's a good kick.
Gale out wide. Allen might have given away a free kick. No, the umpire says it's Bond's ball. Play on. Well, it didn't seem to go over the mark. Bond again. Still he goes. Ball still in play. And still Bond.
Well done, Bond.
And grab. Must take a free kick.
That was great play by Bond. He kept the ball. Oh, now there's a turnover. That is stupid play at this stage of the game. Stupid play.
Yes, you couldn't argue with that either. Ridley.
Terrific play by Bond, and then to turn it over, just an act of stupid aggression.
So Todd Ridley, their leading goal kicker with 3. Bad kick. Certainly hasn't been a feature of their day-to-day, kicking into the forward line. Gale's hand pass intended for Knights. He's under pressure. It's out of bounds on 50.
Well, they've got a mini crisis on their hands here, the Tigers. Matthew Knight's not happy. Just over 9 minutes till full time.
Durkay back on for a Fremantle.
16 points the difference. Deer, it comes back to Burton. Bonds over the ball, taken by Knights. Well done. Ahead to Howard. On to Free. Boots towards half forward. Storming up the ground his man. Couldn't control it. Prescott's on now. Cross towards Richardson. Knocked away by Norrish. Taken by Rogers. Hurried kick.
It's a relayed free kick. Dennis is against Fremantle on Norrish. On Rogers, I should say.
I don't think it'll be relayed. It's coming back to Rogers.
Well, it went over the boundary line on the free kick.
Well, that was interesting.
On the full.
Because the umpire was indicating down the ground initially, wasn't
it?
It
went over the boundary line on the full, so he's got to bring it back.
So Rogers, the players have a sense of direction. It comes back to Turner close to the boundary line where the ball went out. Naish had to wait, knocked away as a result. O'Reilly, strong tackle by Naish. Here's Turner, pulls it back towards the middle, and Campbell low down. Clever.
I wonder whether Turner's run down from that backline position or whether he's playing as a forward now, but that was excellent play by Turner. There he is on screen. Instead of having a go for goal, bringing the ball back in towards the centre, opens up the face of goal, and that was excellent by Turner.
You get the feeling, though, Don, regardless of what happens here, that no teams will be relishing a trip to Perth to play the Dockers.
No, that's for sure, Dennis. They'll win quite a few games over there.
Shown a lot this afternoon. They've been terrific. And the Tigers have done enough. Campbell gets the goal.
Campbell, who played on the half-back line today, had a thigh problem pre-season. He's kicked his first goal. Naish. Now on the boundary line, or hard on the boundary line, is Turner. There. Good tackle. That was, I think, by Naish. And good turn by Turner to Campbell.
Wayne Campbell's 47th career goal. Edwards and Rogers tangle. Kicked off the ground by Knights. He'll do the same again if he can get clear. Now he picks it up. Hand pass is to Naish. Around Delaney. Tigers going in circles. Deer. Edwards. But Richmond should just about be clear. If they can get the next goal, they will be home. If the Dockers can get one, maybe a slim chance. Marking contest inside 50. Maxfield. Quick kick. Richardson sees it bounce just on the line. And it will be thrown in the Tigers' left forward pocket.
And so the Turner's playing across a half-forward line. He took that ball well on the centre wing.
I think a lot of clubs will be looking at the tape of the match to see what form the Dockers can display. This is Crummell. We haven't seen too much of him this afternoon. And off the boot there of Scott Chisholm for a rush behind. But they've shown enough, as was mentioned a couple of minutes back, for us to note that especially home in the West, they're going to be hard to beat. Well, certainly on today's form it would appear that way. Abraham. Winston Abraham. Sounds like a West Indian cricketer, doesn't it?
Fast bowler.
Correct. That's too high, is it not? Yes, it is. Richardson. He got one high and low, I think.
An advantage paid.
Daffy. Opposite number 10, O'Reilly doesn't see it bounce kindly for him. He finally manages to pick it up. Long looping hand pass. Norrish on the boundary line. Started on the bench today. Has been okay. Burton lumbers after it with Bond. There's the long and the short of it. David and Goliath. Ridley sits nicely for him. Ridley at right centre wing. The captain goes away. Ben Allen looked injured earlier. Long kick from right on 50. Terrific kick. That's a magnificent goal. If it's there, the umpire says all clear. Great effort. 12-16 to 10-11, and still Fremantle are in this match.
About Burton, 10 kicks, 9 hand passes. Figures of a rover. Allen backhands it out. Howard against the flow. Dia, who's toiled manfully, pushing the back. Free kick to Knights against Kickett. 88 plays 71. But we're down to 6 minutes now. Matthew Knights has improved the longer this game has gone. Goes down towards half forward. Richardson comes on a lead. They're missing Gale on the forward line.
We've got Edwards down there now, who's going to lead.
Cleared he and Crummell waiting behind Maxfield to Prescott off one step. Misses to the left.
Tapes off the ground for Richmond, and as we saw, Edwards now on. Stuart Edwards, that is.
Ashley Prescott spent most of the day on the bench. 12-17, 10-11. Chisholm to bring it in. Short. This is Delaney. Now he's away. He's at centre half back. Tony Delaney loves it.
That's where he gets into trouble. The second option, the best thing to do for him is the first option every time.
Dia only as far as Norrish, who's got plenty of support around him, to Ridley. Prescott, strong tackle. Leach over the ball on his own half back line. Quentin Leach around in a big circle. Now the chip to Waters. Waters, well, he lost it. And Naish comes away for the Tigers.
The idea was right, but the hand pass, or the execution of the hand pass, was terrible. Put it down to pressure at the situation, which is that 89 plays 71, and we have 5 minutes left in the match. So if the Dockers can get up with from here, it'll be terrific for them, but I just can't see it happening. Man, a standing start. Ridley cannons into the back of his opponent. At the back of the pack is Dia. Onto Bond, who's been his usual brilliant self. Waters at the fall of the ball in front. Didn't have the height. Norrish. Strong tackling by Richmond. Waters again an opportunity on all fours to try to get the ball clear. Now they come forward. Durkay. Low trajectory drop punt up towards full forward. Good mark, Gilbert.
Well, against this, it's back to 12.
They're not out of it, are they?
A defender kicking at goal. Gale grimaces. Not really quite sure what I'd say his chances here would be, Dennis.
No,
Did play on the forward line on occasions for Melbourne, Phil Gilbert.
And played most of the game here on the back line. He and O'Reilly shared the kickoff duties earlier. 48 metres from goal. And judging by the crowd reaction, he's missed. One behind. Kicked by Phil Gilbert. Gee, that would have been handy.
Awkward kicking style.
His first score of the day, logically. So the difference back to 17 points. Well, 3 goals for Fremantle can win it in under 4 minutes. Campbell has the football and will bring it back. But it has been a most entertaining affair. The first game for the Fremantle Dockers.
There's not too many options for Campbell.
And the umpire now directing him to kick in. One of the options was to go long, which he does. Howard there misses the mark. Allen's kick. Richmond again with the numbers. Well, Gilbert might have given away a free kick off the ground. Durkay and one behind. Ooh, Richmond supporters breathe a sigh of relief. So again, we say 3 goals can win it. I think the time might beat them, Dennis.
They'll need to be quick, Pete. Here's Campbell barking instructions from the goal square.
In the centre, he's got Naish. Oh no, it's a bit late.
He goes for distance, probably the best policy in this situation. Howard was up, didn't hang on. Rogers quickly away to Naish. The hand pass not particularly good. The Dockers have got the numbers around the ball. Well played by Kickett. Releases Burrows. If they can get the next goal quickly, it will be interesting. Down towards the pocket. It's off target again. No, it's a free kick. It'll go to Campbell. Against Groom. Yep.
It's frustrating when you, as a forward, you work so hard to get the ball down, or a midfielder and the forward gives away an easy free kick by being behind.
Tigers by 16 points. Here's Bond up ahead. Still in his own defensive 50. Little chip pass across the ground. Gale.
Go back to Bond.
He's thinking about it. Gale on the outer side. Richmond in front and hanging on. A lot of spirit shown from Fremantle in the last 10 minutes or so. The ball out of bounds.
Or is it a question of whether Richmond relaxed? You don't know, do you?
Thrown in. Burton opposed to Deere. This is Kickett. Well, if they have, they need to be careful. Great smother off the boot out there by Rogers. The hand pass over the top from Waters. Kickett and Rogers. Well, that was interesting. It's jarred loose. Abraham 50 metres out. Spears it down towards full forward. Groom. So Groom directly in front. A chance to pop through his third. Wasting no time. Kicks it. Here come the Dockers.
3 goals to Chris Groom. Their leading goal kicker today was Todd Ridley. 10 points the difference. Well, can they get the next one? There's still time for them. That was a great little flick out there, wasn't it?
Good kick.
It was a great kick.
Fine mark. Could have played on, but elected to go back and did the wise thing. 3 goals to Groom from limited opportunities, and we have a ball game on our hands. A thriller at the MCG. 10 points the difference in the final quarter. Closing stages thereof. Scotty Waters. Gale certainly missed by Richmond off the ground with a back injury. Can the skipper do something? 3 misses it. Abraham onto his right boot. A snapshot. Groom again. It bounces. It bounces. It bounces. It's there.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Less than a kick in it.
I did say they're probably the fittest side in the competition.
Winston Abraham.
And they're running on.
Well, it's certainly going to be a free kick had it not have gone through for a goal, because Callaway was holding on to Groom. And in hindsight, we're always wise, but Callaway not tall enough for Groom. But here's Abraham from that 50-metre line. Doesn't look to goal, but lets it go. It bounces.
Have the Dockers got a sniff of victory? Have Richmond relaxed, as Don suggested? There's less than a kick in it at the MCG. Can the newcomers spoil the party for the Tigers? Bonds kick out of the centre towards half forward. Naish boot the ball from 1 step. It's a high ball in towards Edwards. Couldn't take the mark. Naish again tries to kick it clear. Now Daffy goes goal and misses. He gets a minor score. So still the Dockers are in this. 1 point as the goal umpire rushes across, and John Northey pulling out more hair. 90 to 85.
Quick hand pass by Prescott to Daffy.
So the margin is 5 points. A goal can win it for the Dockers. Burton drops the mark, collides with Naish. Deere over the ball.
Lucky not to be pinged then, Deere, because he pulled it back in and he didn't make an attempt to get rid of it.
Clock continues to run. They haven't won in round 1 since 1982. John Northey looking apprehensive now. His side being challenged. There's the time remaining. They'll need to move it quickly. Knights goes up, thumps it down towards Richmond's goal. Edwards comes out in front. It's socked away by Crummell. Naish inside the 50, spins, gives it across to Daffy. Daffy heads for home. Man in from the side should mark and does. Now O'Reilly's on, so's Waters around the outer side. Here they come, inside the last minute. Can they muster a very late goal, the Dockers, and win this? The kick from Waters to the wing. Durkay juggles the mark. He's got it. We're down to 45
by
seconds.
Himself. He can go long.
Here's Durkay between half-back and the wing. Kicks to Waters, in space, he's marked it. Clock at 35 seconds. Scott Waters, a quiet player, kicks down towards the 50. In from the side, Deer.
That's
big
smart
fist
play.
out of bounds, and the clock will stop.
26 seconds left.
Smart play from the big fellow. He's got to send it back towards the boundary line. And what the Dockers have got to do is bring it over the back.
They've got to get the ball here, the Dockers.
Burton's got to bring it over the back here towards the boundary line.
Well, Deer did the right thing. Kick it. Is that in the
Maybe
back?
a free kick.
No.
Lucky.
That might have been their last throw of the dice. 17 seconds and still the clock ticks down.
Now he's got to go to the boundary line again, Deer.
I think the time has run out for them. They need to get a free kick from this bounce to have any show whatsoever. There's the siren. Richmond have won it in a throw-up. And Gerard Neesham ponders what might have been. So near, yet so far, and Richmond have broken their hoodoo in the first round of a season, winning the match by 5 points, 12-18-90 to the debutant Fremantle Dockers, 12-13-85.
7 Sports is proud to present this match as part of the 1995 Coca-Cola AFL Premiership season.
A near thing for the Dockers, but the Tigers prevailed by 5 points. Daffy kicked 3 goals for the winners, and for Fremantle, Groom and Ridley kicked 3 goals each. No reports, and 26,000 people at the MC.